Hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Tuesday. And yes, I know I don't usually go live early in the morning, but today I'm going to play hooky. And so I wanted to go live this morning for Tuesday's training and share with you a little bit about reciprocity and your lead magnet. So we all know what reciprocity is, right? You give something with the intention that it will come back to you at some other time. And your lead magnet is basically the same kind of thing. You are going to give somebody some free content in exchange for their contact information. This is how you build your email list, or it is one way of building your email list. And one of the things that I noticed is that, when March hit and the pandemic and yada, yada, and a lot of people were having to pivot to online, they didn't have an email list or the email list wasn't really active, or they didn't have a good lead magnet that was bringing in a consistent stream of qualified leads. So reciprocity and your lead magnet are tied together. So I want to walk you through 7 steps on how to build your lead magnet. Now, I did talk about this in this week's blog and this week's newsletter, but I'm just going to walk you through these 7 steps about building an email list and your lead magnet. So number 1, define your list building goals. Just like anything else, you have to know what it is you want to achieve. How many new prospects would you like to sign up? Weekly, monthly, annually? And what is the deadline? So goals are really great when you add a date, right? When you put a deadline. And this deadline might be related to what is happening for you in terms of building your business. You might want to launch a program, so you want to get your email list built to a certain spot, right? Okay, so that's number 1. Define your list building goal and attach a deadline. Number 2, define your, and I call this your DCA, your dream client avatar. You have to know your dream client better than they know themselves. If you're on a call with one of your prospects and you suspect they're a dream client, you have to ask a question, but you have to almost know the answer in advance. You have to know them that well. And in addition to knowing your dream client, you need to know what they're struggling with, right? What are they struggling with? And where are they hanging out? So 3 different things, okay? Now, that's number 1 and number 2. Number 3 is creating that lead magnet. Now, if you are part of my MRI program, Marketing Roadmap Intensive, don't worry, we're going to go through this in depth. But for those of you who are watching who are not part of that program, I want to give you these 7 steps, okay? Number 1, to creating your irresistible lead magnet is that you need to know what your signature offer is, and then reverse engineer from your signature offer what your content might be. Step number 2 is to brainstorm 2 or 3 results-based ideas. That's right, results-based ideas. What can you help them accomplish that's leading up to your signature offer? Number 3, create a list of benefits, bullet points, 3 to 5 of them. So this lead magnet will help you accomplish or help you get these results. And what are those benefits? Okay. Number 4, decide on how you are going to deliver your lead magnet. So what I mean is it going to be a PDF? Now, for some of you, that's really easy to do. Some of you, it might be video. Some of you, it might be a graphic that you create, depending on your content style. And that's one of the things that we work on in Marketing Roadmap Intensive, MRI. Decide on the delivery format. Number 5, create the content. And I shared with you in this week's blog, excuse me, an 8-page perfect template for that. Make it pretty. So that would be step number 6, use Canva or PicMonkey. And step number 7 is go out there and launch it. Spread it around like jam everywhere. So I'll just repeat those again for you. Reverse engineer the topic from your signature offer. Brainstorm 2 or 3 ideas that are results based. Create 3 to 5 benefit bullet points, because you're going to use those to sell your lead magnet. Decide on your delivery format based on what delivery format is good for you. Create the content. You can follow the 8-page freebie format. You make it pretty, and then you launch it. Okay, so I said we were going to talk about 7. So we started by defining your list, define your DCA. There's the 7 steps. Number 4 is about the graphic. It's about the graphic you're going to use to sell your lead magnet. And here's what I want to suggest. Don't do it on your own unless you're a graphic designer, right? Pay someone, get a really good graphic done so that people are going to, it's going to catch their attention. And there's lots of places that you can go, right? Lots of places, Fiverr, Upwork, 99 Designs, all of those will help you create a great graphic. Number 5 is your delivery method. And we talked about that. You need to have a very specific sales page on your website, or a squeeze page, or a landing page, or a pop-up box. Again, if you are not technical, then reach out to a web designer or a VA who is really good at this. You've got to create a thank you page. So once they take your lead magnet, right, you've got to thank them. This, in today's age, probably should have a video on it. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It's something that you can record on Zoom or with your iPhone. And then you have to link this all up with your email marketing platform, whether it's MailChimp, MailerLite, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, whatever it happens to be. Okay? So, list building secrets. I want to share a couple of them with you. Number 1, make sure that you put this opt-in, this lead magnet on your website. On your website, down at the bottom of the first page. Okay, so it can either be like a opt-in box, it can be a pop-up box when they go to leave. Those two work very well. Make sure that you share your lead magnet with your current list, right? Make sure you share it with them. Use your lead magnet for a free gift when you are speaking or when you are networking. So a client of mine this morning was speaking to a small group virtually, and she has a lead magnet, and she kind of talked about it in her presentation, but she should have, perhaps a better way of doing it would have been to have typed into the chat the actual link for her lead magnet as her free gift. Again, it's positioning that reciprocity, and that's how you grow your email list. Your lead magnet is also great for following up when you are networking, right? You meet somebody and you go, oh, I have this lead magnet. Maybe it would help you out. Send them the link to sign up. Lead magnets are also great when you are on podcasts. Again, podcasts are just like speaking virtually. You know, remember Reciprocity. You have this amazing gift for them. Here is the link. And you would be surprised how quickly that will start to grow your email list. If you're hosting your own live event or workshop, again, make sure that these people know your freebie, right? It's a free gift that you can give them. And the last hint, the last secret I want to share with you is be sure that you are taking massive, consistent action to grow that email list, because your email list is your captive audience of who you can sell to. So I hope this has been informative. I know I've given you a lot of information. If you have questions, reach out to me, Diana at dianalidstone.com. And if you want to go to my website, dianalidstone.com, and if you go over to this week's blog, you will see that there is a free checklist on how to format your freebie or your lead magnet. So thanks for joining me for Tuesday's training. I know it's not 1 o'clock, but guess what? I'm heading out for one of probably the last runs of the summer on our boat. And so I wanted to share this with you before I headed out. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to Tuesday's training next week. Bye for now.